Shalom, salam, peace be with you, Maranatha. Welcome to the Septuagint versus the Masoretic channel, the only ministry of its kind that looks at the truth of the Holy Bible. And today we're looking at Joshua chapter 15. This is a long chapter, over 60 verses, but I don't think this video will be as long as you would think. So we're going to begin in verse 3. So this is the first mentionable difference that I want to mention here. It says, go out by the way. It's talking about, I believe it's the borders. They go out by the way. That is west of Kadesh. But in the Masoretic, it's not even the same at all. It's talking about fetching a compass to Karkaa. I don't know what that even means. So it's nonsensical in the Masoretic as to what that means. Fetched a compass. Perhaps it's an idiom I don't understand. It's been lost in time. In verse 4, it talks about a valley versus a river. So we can see those are two different things. Valley is land. River is a body of water. And then it says termination of its boundaries. So the end of its boundaries. Versus the goings out of the boundaries. Verse 5 is an omission of the word all the salt sea. So it's not just a part of it, but all the salt sea. As far as Jordan versus the end of. So it could be at the start of Jordan or the end of Jordan. In the Masoretic, that is. Sorry, let me put that on Do Not Disturb. There's an addition of the word quarter as well. And then it uses the term border of the sea versus bay of the sea. Part of Jordan versus the uttermost part. So this is only part of Jordan. It's not all of it. Moving on to verse 7. The fourth part of the valley versus Debir. The word Debir could just be a translation of the word. Go down to verses and so northward, looking toward. And then a continuous difference of the words valley and versus river. And it says here terminate, the borders terminate at the water of the fountain of the sun, versus they passed, so they transition toward the waters of Enshemesh. They passed toward the waters of Enshemesh. And then verse 8 says the borders terminate versus they went up. Okay, here it is. The borders terminate versus went up. Toward the sea versus westward. In the same verse. By the side of the land versus at the end of the valley. Verse 9, mountain versus hill. If you look at the Hebrew, it actually says har in the Masoretic, which means mountain. So that was possibly a mistranslation there. And then verse 11, I want to mention this because Sukkoth is a significant place versus Shikron. Verse 13, it uses the word metropolis. Arbak, the metropolis of Anak. Versus Arba, the father of Anak. The city of Arba. Okay. Verse 14, significant difference here. Our first one, it says destroyed. Jephunneh, or I should say Caleb, destroyed thence the three sons of Anak. Susi, Talami, and Ahima. Doesn't say that in the Masoretic. It says he drove out, so he just evicted them. He didn't kill them. Did not eliminate them. Verse 16, the word master it was omitted. And then verse 17, I think this is where we're ending here, because everything else in this chapter is difference of names. And please refer to the notes. You'll see that in the description box. So verse 17, let's look at this. In 1 Chronicles 4, verses 13 to 15, it shows how Caleb and Othniel were related. Gopherah or Agiadir may have been mistranslated as Jephunneh. I'm not saying this dogmatically. I'm saying this is a possibility. Could be a scribal error. Athath might have been misspelled as Manath, which makes Caleb a direct blood descendant of the tribe of Judah. Using this theory, then, Caleb is the great-grandson of Othniel, and they would be brothers in the line of Judah, but not according to the modern understanding of the word brother. Okay, so let's read this in the Septuagint. And Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it. Okay, and Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it. So it's saying that Othniel is the brother of Caleb in both. But again, our understanding of the word brother is you share the same father and mother. But in the scriptures, it very well could be a different understanding of what brother means. 18, significant difference, counseled him versus moved him. Moved him. So it's one thing to convince someone, it's another thing to advise someone, and then they do it on their, based on their free will, based on their wisdom. I will ask versus ask him to ask. So Aksa is asking her father versus Othniel asking his father-in-law. Okay, so there's a little bit more to cover. I thought we were done. It says cried versus alighted. Cried versus alighted. So it's verbal. She's doing something verbal, expressing her voice, versus an action, lighting off. What is it, was the statement, versus what do you want? So Caleb seems to be her father, which would make Othniel her husband. Okay, so that's all for this video. Again, the rest of the differences are just name differences and differences, discrepancies in numbers. So please refer to the description box. Until next time, we're going to look at Joshua chapter 16. Please give this video a thumbs up if this is the kind of content you like on this channel, and to promote our videos, our content revealing the truth of the scriptures. And please subscribe if you have not already. We're trying to get to 1,000 so we can be monetized, and then I can devote even more time to this channel. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. Till next time, shalom, salam, peace be unto you, and maranatha.